Hey Sam. How are you today?
Hi Alex. I'm doing well, thanks. What are we learning today?
Today, we're diving into the word.
Innerhalb.
It's quite an interesting one.
Innerhalb.
That sounds intriguing. What does it mean?
Innerhalb.
Means within or inside. It's used to describe being inside a certain area or time frame. The most common use is when talking about locations, like
Innerhalb des Raumes.
meaning within the room.
Oh, I see. Are there any false friends I should watch out for?
Yes, absolutely. Some learners confuse it with the English word inner, which doesn't carry the same spatial meaning. So, be careful. Now, let's get into the grammar a bit.
Innerhalb.
Is a preposition, and it's always used with the genitive case. So you would say,
Innerhalb des Hauses.
which means within the house.
Got it. Is there a plural or gender hint for?
Innerhalb.
It doesn't have a plural form or gender since it's a preposition, but when you use it with nouns, you'll be dealing with the genitive. For example,
Innerhalb der Stadt.
means within the city.
That makes sense. What about its usage in the past tense?
Since
Innerhalb.
is a preposition, it doesn't have a past tense itself. But you can create sentences like,
Ich war innerhalb der Stadt.
meaning I was within the city. Now, let's talk about the origin of the word.
Innerhalb.
Comes from Old High German. It originally meant inside or within a boundary. Over time, its usage has evolved to fit modern German.
That's really interesting. I love learning about the history of words.
I'm glad you do. The evolution of words can reveal so much about culture and communication. Let's break down.
Innerhalb.
It consists of the prefix,
Inner.
meaning inner or inside, and the suffix,
Halb.
which means half or part. So, it essentially refers to being in the inner part of something.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Yes, and since it's not a compound word, we can't apply the head last rule, but associating it with being inside can help you remember it. Now, let's look at some similar words. For example, with the prefix,
Inner.
we have,
Innerlich.
which means internal. Then, there's,
Innerer.
for inner as an adjective.
Those are helpful. What about other words with the suffix?
Halb.
Sure. There's,
Halb.
itself, meaning half. Then you have,
Abhalb.
which means to take away, and,
Vorhalb.
meaning before half.
I see. So they all relate to parts or locations in a way.
Exactly. And if we consider the compound structure, there's,
Wortschatz.
Meaning vocabulary, which breaks down to
Wort.
and.
Schatz.
That's a clever way to remember them.
Now let's practice speaking. Imagine you're in a meeting and you need to discuss timelines. You could say,
Innerhalb einer Woche.
which means within a week. Can you try saying that?
Innerhalb einer Woche.
Perfect. Now, think about a doctor's appointment. You might say,
Ich bin innerhalb der Sprechzeiten.
meaning I am within the office hours.
Ich bin innerhalb der Sprechzeiten.
Great job. Lastly, let's say you're discussing travel plans, you could say,
Wir müssen innerhalb der Stadt bleiben.
which means we must stay within the city.
Wir müssen innerhalb der Stadt bleiben.
Awesome. A quick hint for gender memory, since
Innerhalb.
doesn't have a gender itself, just remember the nouns you use with it. For example,
Haus.
is neuter, so it's
Innerhalb des Hauses.
That's a good tip.
Now, let's go over some usage notes.
Innerhalb.
Is quite formal, often used in written contexts or serious discussions. You can combine it with phrases like
Innerhalb der nächsten Tagen.
within the next days, or
Innerhalb der Frist.
meaning within the deadline.
What about similar words that might confuse me?
Be cautious with,
Außerhalb.
which means outside. They sound similar but have opposite meanings. Let's look at some example sentences. For instance,
Ich bleibe innerhalb des Hauses.
means I stay within the house.
That's useful. What's another one?
Innerhalb der Stadt gibt es viele Parks.
Translates to within the city, there are many parks.
I like that.
Another one is,
Kam innerhalb einer Stunde.
meaning he arrived within an hour.
And how about a question?
You could ask,
Bist du innerhalb der Frist?
which means, are you within the deadline? Let's do a quick recall check. What does
Innerhalb.
mean?
It means within or inside.
Correct. Can you give me an example of a sentence using
Innerhalb.
Ich bin innerhalb der Stadt.
great? What case does it take?
Genitive case.
Yes. What is the origin of?
Innerhalb.
It comes from Old High German.
Perfect. Lastly, what's a word that means the opposite of?
Innerhalb.
Außerhalb.
Exactly. You nailed it. To summarize,
Innerhalb.
is a preposition meaning within, and it's used with the genitive case. Remember its origins and the way it breaks down.
I think I've got it.
I'm proud of you, Sam. Keep practicing, and you'll be using
Innerhalb.
like a pro in no time.